Close the door. Woo! Dang, it's not that bright out here. What's up, everybody? We've got a 1,400 mile road trip to tackle the next 2 days. Why am I driving 1,400 miles? Well, it's for something kind of special. But let's get on the road. Never really done any filming in the truck, so bear with me. It's gonna be good though. I know I usually only film like adventures and stuff, but you know, if you guys haven't noticed, it's always an adventure with me. So I figured, okay, I'm about to drive 1,400 miles, do something pretty cool, and it could turn into an adventure pretty easily. So bring the camera. No telling what we're about to get into, you guys.
Hey Tommy, one of the things you're gonna have to do when you move south is speak slower. Okay, because we right.
Oh, on the road, baby.
Translate it to the local.
Look at that glare. Good Lord. So over this 700 miles that we're driving today and coming back on tomorrow, we're going to be crossing a lot of waterways, a lot that I've been on. I was just the Choctawhatchee River. I remember when I did that one from Geneva all the way to Destin. Totally awesome. I love cruising the roads and just paying attention to the waterways, right? Because some I've been on and it brings back memories, and some I'm like, okay, I need to plan a trip. You know, what does it look like? You know, how can I make it happen? So just a lot goes through my head when I'm traveling and just riding on the road, because with this 10.5-hour drive, you got a lot of time to think. All right, so I posted on my Instagram story that I'm taking a 10.5-hour trip and driving 1,400 miles to Texas. And I said, can you guess why I might be going, or why do you think I might be going to Texas? So let's see what people are saying. No, I'm not texting and driving. All right, we have a lot of replies so far. Okay, that one just says good morning. Good morning, Gunter. No, I don't want to test your inflatable stand-up paddleboard. Thank you. I get like one of those a day. This is Todd Shuford said, I'm guessing you found a rowing shell. Interesting guess. Zach Brownlee, a c-dory? Question mark, exclamation point. Scott Walsh, you're selling your boat to me and buying a bigger boat. Or McLean, buying a new watercraft. D. Dill, new skiff. Mike Bailey says, ha ha ha, what did you buy? Blake Miley says, a new boat or a GNU. Tim Flint says, your boat, your rowboat. Kenneth says, clearly to look at a boat. Haha. Lots of good guesses. Some of them are correct. So this tunnel goes under Mobile Bay. So right about here is where I crossed over top of us. Pretty neat. Oh, been about 4 hours. Oh, still got 6.5 more to go. It's a long friggin' way. We gotta get some gas. We're crossing Lake Pontchartrain. It's a big one. There's the great Mississippi River. And great it is. Holy smokes. It's been like 10.5 hours. We're rolling into Galveston, baby. That's a long, I've never drove this far. Well, actually I have. I drove to Miami and back once to buy a boat. Oh, without stopping to sleep. We had 2 of us, my dad and I, but I gotta stop and sleep tonight, but I get to sleep in the boat, so that's cool. The boat's actually like right over there somewhere, I think. All right, I gotta go. I gotta turn right here, I think. See ya in a minute. Oh gosh. Oh. Why is my camera doing that? I don't use this camera much. rattle. All right, so we just took the first sea trial with old Mike here. Mike, I love your boat.
Hey, glad you got it, brother.
Ran wonderfully. Now we just gotta take her home. But it's cool because we met some people as we were taking the boat out and they said, hey, you're Trip Smith, aren't you? I watch your YouTube channel. We're about to get us a little selfie with them. How cool. All the way down to Texas. All right, so now we're cruising. We're on land. We're going back to Mike's place so I can pick up the rest of the stuff that comes with the boat, like the dinghy and the dinghy motor and some covers and all kind of other stuff that comes with the boat. But just had the sea trial, went really well. So excited about getting it home and getting on the water, but not excited about the 10.5 hour drive I got coming up. So we're gonna be sleeping in here tonight. Hope I'm not getting kidnapped right now. All right, I need to get down low so nobody gets a ticket. But check this out. Now I know it's dark and, but look, we got a V-berth up here. Oh, this is gonna be stellar. Oh man. This is gonna be so nice. Just cruising down the highway here. In my new boat. How cool is this? All right, it's 10:30. Just pulled up to a rest area somewhere in Texas. I'm close to Beaumont or somewhere. And I'm about to hop in the back into the boat and get some sleep. I've been driving a lot today, so I need some rest to get for the morning, and we'll finish off. All right, let's go climb in and spend our first night aboard. Well, I would give you guys a tour, but it... Okay, you're going on quiet since you can't behave. I would give you guys a tour, but it's pretty dark out, and I'm pretty tired. It's 11 o'clock. Gosh, it's too late. So I'm about to get to sleep, and I'll sleep for about 6 or 7 hours, and we'll get up and we'll hit the road. But I'll give you guys a tour tomorrow. It's pretty nice. I was just kind of sitting in the cabin, just brushing my teeth, just sitting there. And all the windows all around are just so awesome. And granted, I don't have anything to see but a semi-truck on each side. But I'm just envisioning if I was in a nice anchorage, somewhere really cool, it would be awesome. So we're going to have some good times with this boat. But right now, hope I have my first good night's sleep on this boat. Good night. Good morning. It's about 5:15. Just got up. Let's get on the road. I got about 6.5 hours of sleep. That's pretty good for me. 7's about right. Let's just get rolling. It's still dark out. Oh wow. Whew. Alright you guys, it's now 9:24. We just fueled up for the first time this morning. And I fueled up last night right before the rest area. And when I got out to pay for my fuel, I realized that I misplaced my debit card. Well, I might have, when I dumped all my stuff out of my pocket in the boat, it could have fell somewhere or something, I don't know. Or I could have left it at the gas pump. I guess I'll just find out when I get home. Fortunately, I have another personal debit card with me that I'm going to use for the rest of the time. But hopefully I don't get home and someone's racked up a bunch of purchases over here in Texas, over there in Texas. We're in Louisiana now. And the settings on this camera, I don't know them. I gotta learn it. I don't use this camera much. It's a very nice camera. I'm just an idiot. Wait a minute. Oh, I see the problem. There we go. Now that's better. I've been using this camera as a webcam, so I had it on a certain setting. Gosh, what a fool I am. course, always an adventure, right? I just had a bearing go out on the trailer, so I'm limping into an exit here in Grand Bay in Alabama. Fantastic. Gotta figure this one out. All right, let's go survey the damage. Just what I needed, right? Yep, that's what it is. All right. Why me? Try and buck. Hey, is this Buck? Hey Buck, I've got a boat trailer with a bearing that's going out, and I was on the interstate, and I'm at y'all's exit. I was wondering if y'all would happen to do that type of work. Okay, all right. Thank you, Buck. All right, see ya. All right, Buck's got to call his daddy, figure out if they can do it. He's not at the shop right now, but while we're here, we'll go through some more messages and read what people thought I was doing driving to Texas. There's a ton of them. In Ramito said, new boat. Scott Piner, new skiff, question mark. Richard Johnson, new boat, a sailboat. Oh, Big Sexy said, a boat purchase. Seth, new boat, question mark. Jeffrey, new boat. Michael, Boosie's. Oh, Boosie's. That's a huge, like, truck stop or huge gas station. No, I didn't stop at Boosie's. I wanted to, it just didn't work. RNA, a new boat. Mike Avera, new boat. A lot of these, well, you guys know me well. Sam Flyfish, another boat. Foodies South Shore. Why are you going to Texas? Nate Simpson, to see me. Dana Harris, buying a boat. Mr. Brownlee, a c-dory, question mark. Ray Mize called me a crazy joker. Justin Barfield, what'd you get now? A Rossboro, a Cutwater? No, I didn't. No, I can't afford that. Gatewood Brown, to see me? Christina said, you're purchasing a boat to start off your journey. Oh, here we go. Please, Lord. Hello? No, I have not. I'm still sitting here at the Circle K deciding where I need to go. Right? Okay. All right, I'll do that. What's his name, Buck? Marty? All right. Man, all right. So, do you think there's a pretty good chance y'all may be able to do it? Sweet. Will do. Thank you so much, Buck. All right, bye. All right, Buck's not there. He called his dad. His dad's not answering the phone, but he must be busy. But he said there's a real good chance they could do it. So let's go. We're just gonna have to limp on in on the rim. No, not really. Oh gosh, always an adventure. It's funny. I was driving along and I felt a vibration about 2 or 3 minutes earlier, and I got a little sick to my stomach. I knew a tire was gonna go or something. I knew I was in trouble. And then somebody pulled up beside me and said, I'm like, okay, you just confirmed what I was suspecting. Darn it. All right, maybe like an hour later. Not that bad. Not as bad as it could be. We're ready to rock and roll. Thanks to Marty and Buck up at South Alabama Marine. They fixed me up. Thank you, Lord. I couldn't have broke down in a much better spot. I mean, it's really and truly. That's the truth. I'm ready to get home, y'all. Rest. I gotta go to work in the morning. Hot dog. Did I light that trailer good? Yeah, I think so. Let's go. I'm glad I brought the camera. I knew something like this was gonna happen. It ain't over yet, though. Something always happens to me. God, man. Oh, I'm ready for nothing to happen. All right. It really does. It always happens to me. Oh my gosh, this place is huge. It's 1 billion gas pumps. Come on out. Come on out, get your wig split. Look at that dog. He's on the back of the car. He's on the back of the car. All right, here's one. Great, just when it couldn't get any worse. God dang it me. So I go to use my debit card that says bank not on file. Crap, man. So you guys know that I lost my business debit card, my YouTube debit card. And so I had to start using my personal debit card, my family's debit card. And the shop that fixed the trailer, they didn't take cards, only took cash. So I had to go to an ATM and take out $200 to pay for that. And now my debit card doesn't work anymore. And I don't have enough gas to get home, and I got like $22 in gas. Oh, this says pay at the pump only. You kidding me? I guess I'll go in and try to pay with cash. Give her all I got. Maybe that'll get me home. Man, I don't know if it will. It's gonna be really close, actually. Or if, I don't know. Darn it, let me see if I can figure it out. Oh my gosh. So I just walked all the way in there, stood in line with my cash. The row of pumps that I was on do not take cash. So I now had to wait to get to this other row of 1,000 gas pumps. And I'm blocked with my trailer. Hopefully this guy up here is about done. And I'll have to park, go back in, try and pay with cash again, and get gas. You can't, this is real life, y'all. This isn't normal though. Something's wrong. Oh my gosh, y'all. Alright, so that $23, it almost filled my tank up. With a full tank, I get about, I don't know, I think it was like 3.5 hours of driving time pulling the boat. And I'm about 3 hours from the house, maybe a little bit less, according to Google. So I think we'll have enough. It's gonna be close, but it's too close. I tell you what, I tell you, this is something. It sucks. Gosh, what did my wife say? What's the last one was my debit card? All right, yeah, see, my wife's trying to get the debit card back working for me. All right, I gotta, jeez, my natty. A severe weather alert just came over the radio. So yeah, this whole time I've been pulling in some pretty serious winds. But you know, leading up to this trip, I was a little worried about something. But it turns out I didn't need to worry about that one thing at all. But I was actually a lot worried about how well my Tacoma, which is a V6 truck, would pull this boat. But it pulls very well. I was worried about three things: how much power the boat had and would it pull the boat okay, how the boat would make the trailer or make the truck, you know, squat down when it was hooked to it, and then also stopping the truck and trailer. Power-wise, truck's pretty good, shockingly good. As for my rear springs with the weight of the trailer on it, I have a little bit beefier springs. When I put a little lift on this truck, I got some heavier duty springs, so I think that made a difference because it's not doing bad at all. And then braking, I went and bought a brake controller because the trailer has brakes on it, but the trailer brakes don't work. The brakes aren't actually braking the axle or the wheels, you know, the calipers, whatever. But we're able to stop okay. There's only been a couple close calls, or actually one, where I almost didn't have enough stopping power. But I mean, other than that, it's stopping pretty well. It turns out those three things I didn't need to worry about as much as other things. Man, this has been a heck of a trip. We still got another 2 hours or something. I'm getting a lot of messages and stuff on Instagram. Usually I try to respond to that stuff, but I'm not able to today and yesterday. For one, I'm driving. For two, I'm pretty tired and worn out, so I'm sorry if I didn't respond. Well, I made it to my exit in Bonifay, Florida, and I don't have enough gas to get home. My wife said that she talked to the bank and my card should be working, so we're about to stop at the gas station and see. Cross your fingers. I don't know how this is gonna go. I think it's gonna work. I have some faith. Not a lot, but I got some. Where are we going? We're gonna circle around. Thank God it's pumping. Thank God. All right, now I did feel another vibration as I was coming in, like the last mile. I'm gonna just take a lap around this trailer. I think we're good.
Warned me all about a steamboat and had done it, but that if he had overlooked anything.
So in this over 12 hours that I've been on the road, and the 10 and a half hours on the way, I've been listening to an audiobook, Mark Twain's Life on the Mississippi. Pretty good. Just a free audiobook. I downloaded an app. Forgot what it was called, but you can just look up free audiobook apps and get you one. It has really helped me on this trip. This is a long ride, y'all. I don't care who you are. That's a long time to be in the vehicle by yourself. But we're like 45 minutes away from my house. Thank you, Jesus. I made it. Survived. Finally. I've been gone for 35 hours and only stopped and slept for like 6.5 hours. That's like 30 hours. That's stupid. I made it, but hey, it's great to be home. Thank you for watching the video. It's time to go show the boat to my kids, because that's one of the big reasons that I got this boat. I can take the family with me now. So, they're going to be excited to see it. Alright folks, take care. God bless, and I'll see y'all in the next adventure. And it is always friggin' adventure. See ya.